Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today I take you along on my days 16 and 17 of the 100-day project. I talked already a lot about what I'm doing in some previous videos, and I'm going to link these up in the end cards or in the top right corner info cards. You also find the info cards when you click on more beneath the title and then scroll to the very bottom, I think. I have that pinkish, violet, brownish envelope, and I flip through the papers to see which one fits that and which color combo I'm going to work with. I always try to not take longer than 10 to 15 minutes each day, because if I take too much time, I would never do that every day. Yeah, I have plenty of finished pieces in my stash that I wanted to use for this project. I didn't want to use new stamped images because I have so much fodder here that I definitely need to get rid of some of them. And I just go through my pieces. These are leaves that I've made with our stencils with the, I think the sketchy leaves number 2 mainly. Not sure if there are some available in the shop. There might be a few left, but these are selling out quite quickly. The papers I'm using are mainly gelli prints. Well, there are also some others in between, like stamped book pages or just some random colored papers. And here I'm drawing my base element, which will be a circle today, and I'm using a Posca paint pen to draw that circle. That needs a bit of time to dry before I can cut that out. So I'm going to wait for that. And then I'm going to cut that out so I can arrange some other elements on top of that circle. As I said, I want to be spontaneous and not to think too much. I'm going to place these envelopes, these tiny bits, into a pocket that I create on my element, so I can take them out in the future and see what I've written into it. And this, for example, is a gelli printed rice paper. It's very thin, but really lovely to use in collages because of its because it is so thin. It does not give you a lot of dimension when you collage a background, and that's what I really like. I put that down just as a little background piece because I think that might be maybe a little bit too thin to make a pocket with. That's also a gelli print. Some of them are very old, but there are a bunch of gelli printing videos on my channel. I will also link that playlist if I hopefully remember. I'm going to glue that as a pocket, that piece of paper, and I just add some glue to the edges and the bottom. and then I later can slide in my tiny envelope. Something else I wanted to mention, I got a message from YouTube that now my videos are automatically translated into other languages. And I just wanted to mention for my German viewers that I also have a German YouTube channel where I speak German, and I will keep that. I have decided to do it because I got a lot of comments over there that the people are more interested in me talking than in an AI. And I personally also never watch videos that are translated with AI because it sounds so weird and strange, and I don't like it. And I wouldn't watch videos in this way. Maybe only if it's a very, very interesting video and it's a language I cannot understand. So I also find it very annoying when I scroll through YouTube now. I do not watch a lot YouTube, but I really like to watch some sketching artists, and I really find it annoying that I every time have to turn off the translation. That's very bad. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention, if you are German and you are maybe now listening to the German version, jump over to my German YouTube channel. It's linked in the video description. I decided to pick that leaf that you can see here, that turquoisey one. I think it works perfectly with the pink. It's one I made with a stencil, and there is also a video tutorial how I made these. I hopefully will not forget to link all these videos. There is a part at the piece on the bottom that I wanted to fill with some other element. I wasn't sure at this stage, but I think there is something missing. And I just go through my stash, and here I have some tickets and vintage stuff that I had already stamped for future projects, and I think I'm going to adhere a part of that ticket. These stamps are all on our Mix It Up sets. We have 7 in total. I think the number 3 is already sold out, so it's not no longer available, but we have a few left from number 1 and 2, and we have 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there are plenty of mixed media sets that have different kinds of images that can be used as ephemera pieces for backgrounds. And these are my favorite stamp sets, I think. I clip that on so the glue can dry, and I only want to add a word to finish that piece up. I also have plenty of words that are ready to go because I usually use our Mix a Sentiment stamps to build my sentiments, and then I always stamp the whole image and cut out the words that I'm using, and then I'm left with plenty of tiny words. And here I added this one. I have another day recorded, so day 17, and we will jump right into it. Again, I'm going through my stash to see which paper fits the envelope that I've picked, and then I'm just arranging my elements. I try to work quickly, just as I did it with the last one. I am not a big fan of these envelopes, and they are also no longer available online, but I've linked up one small envelope die that I found over at Craftelier, so you can check that out if you also want to have a small envelope die. But of course you could also make them just on your own by folding them, but that might be quite a lot of work if you do it 100 times. I now go through my stash. There are also tutorials for the collage fodder pockets that I have, and I find them so useful because all my elements have a place, and it's also easy to find them. I wanted to use this birdie because the colors work so well with the colors of the envelope, and I'm just going through these bigger leaves which are made with our sketch leaves number 5 stencil. That's the newest leafy stencil we have, and yeah, I try to pick colors that work together and that are in the envelope to make sure that everything looks harmonic, and I think that's the best way to work quickly. What I found during doing these projects every day, well, I have a few recorded, like this one and the one before, so I can make some videos. But usually I do this in the early mornings. So when the kids are out for school and it's still very quiet in the mornings, I go to my studio, and I really enjoy that time because the light is very special in the early mornings in spring. And I think that gives my studio a really nice atmosphere, and I really enjoyed using this time to create these pieces. I recorded a few early morning collage pieces for my members. I think it was last week, and I just did this more spontaneously and not edited afterwards, and that it's just so relaxing, and I think it's a really nice start of the day. And I really plan to, after the 100 days, to just keep that 10 to 15 minutes creative time in the mornings, because I think it just makes it gives the day an easy start. Also on the weekends, everybody is still in bed when I go up, and then I have my quiet time. And I think it also will be really nice in summer when I can open the windows and we have a lot of animal animal noises outside. And that's always really lovely. I've adhered the elements that I've picked out with some wet craft glue, and now I'm clipping that together that everything stays in place. I decided to do some mark making with a Posca paint pen at the bottom, just to bring in some different textures. It's when I have time, I really enjoy adding some marks with pencils or markers or the neo colors. that's just really an enjoyable process. So when I'm quickly with my collage, I have time to add some accents like that. When this is dry, I'm going to add also a word to that element, and then I'm done. I will share two photos or one photo of the two ephemera pieces. As always, there is the blog post linked up in the video description. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope we will see us next time. Bye.